So this one's written and directed by David Freen, and it's his second full-length movie. And I haven't seen the first one, but it seems to be a different take on the zombie genre. And it actually looks interesting, so I might have to check that out, because this one turned out to be pretty good. However, this one has nothing to do with zombies, instead it's set in the mid-90s Ireland, and follows these two teenagers, a guy and a girl who both happen to be gay, in an environment that isn't exactly the most accepting of that sort of thing. So they get called names and whatnot and decide to do something about the situation. And their solution is to start pretend dating each other to get the people off their backs. And that's pretty much it as far as the basic premise here goes. There really isn't much more to it. Now, of course, there are a few other things going on in the story as well, about these kids and their dreams and aspirations and what they want from their futures. At the same time, it also digs into their home lives a bit, what their parents are up to and whatnot. But the focus here is clearly on these two and them trying to figure out their precarious situation. And the rest of it is more there just to give the whole thing some depth and context. Which it does, it absolutely makes you understand their situation better. So none of the other stuff feels like filler or bloat, and yeah, I can't really say there's any bloat in this whatsoever. It's just a 90-minute movie that moves along at a steady pace and focuses on the important stuff. So I would say it's well written in that regard, and it also happens to be pretty funny. I really liked the two main characters, and their banter and dialogue was pretty entertaining. But I will have to say that Lola Pettigrew, who plays the titular Amber, did steal the show here. I thought she was great in this, and it's such a good character too. She really brought the soul and charm into this that would have otherwise been lacking, I feel like. Which isn't to say that Finn O'Shea was bad or anything, but his character was just, I don't know, a lot less lively and a lot more reserved. So he kinda needed that more energetic character to play off of. And I think the dynamic between the two ended up working really well, and yeah, I like the two of them in this. Now, when it comes to the more technical side of things, nothing really stood out to me. As I said, it's well paced and all of that, and it's definitely not a bad looking movie either. But neither is it really anything special in that regard. I would say that it's just competent. And yeah, overall it's a very competent movie. It's well written and performed too, as I said. And it's charming, endearing and funny too, with a fairly serious subject matter. But it managed not to be a bummer about it and instead chooses to take a more uplifting approach. However, the ending I would still call a bit more bittersweet than anything else. But I don't mind that at all. In fact, I prefer that to an overly happy fairy tale ending. And yeah, I ended up enjoying this a fair bit and thought it was pretty good. So that's about it for this one, and only one question remains. Would I recommend this? Sure, why not? I wouldn't call it a must-see or anything, but I'd say it's maybe worth checking out. So, perhaps do that or don't. After all, I'm not your dad. But hey, what are your thoughts on this? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, maybe give it a thumbs up or sub to the channel, because that would be fantastic. And if you'd like, you can also support me on Patreon or PayPal through the links in the description. And as always, I appreciate you and thanks for watching.